News Review from BBC Learning English.
Hello and welcome to News Review, the program where we show you how to use the language from the latest news stories in your everyday English. I'm Dan, and joining me today is Catherine. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Dan, and hi, everyone at home.
So what's our story?
Today's story is about flight safety.
Okay, let's hear more about that from this BBC World Service News report.
Singapore's aviation regulator says it has temporarily suspended the operation of all variants of the Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft in its airspace following two fatal accidents, the most recent on Sunday involving an Ethiopian Airlines jet that killed 157 people.
So, Singapore's Civil Aviation Authority has stopped allowing Boeing 737 MAX 8 aeroplanes from flying into or out of the country. Now, this is related to two recent incidents involving this type of aircraft, the most recent being a fatal Ethiopian Airlines crash.
Okay, so we've been looking around at 3 words and expressions that people can use to talk about this story. What have we got for them?
We have suspends, airworthy and mounting.
Suspends, airworthy and mounting. Okay, can we have the first headline then, please?
Sure. We're going to Reuters, and the headline is Singapore suspends Boeing 737 MAX flights after Ethiopia crash.
Suspends, stops or pauses. Okay, what can you tell us, Catherine?
Well, suspend is a verb, and it does mean stop or pause, and you're stopping somebody or something from doing a particular activity that they were already doing. Now, this is often something that happens, a temporary stop, usually because there's a problem. So in this case, Singapore have stopped the aircraft going in and out of the country. The problem is that there's been some accidents involving this aircraft.
Okay, but hopefully that will be cleared up and then the suspension will be lifted, right?
Certainly in this context, you would expect the suspension to be lifted, and the noun form is suspension. This suspension should be lifted when the problem has been solved, and that's often the way that you'll suspend something like a factory operation because of maybe health safety concerns. Maybe diplomatic talks will be suspended if there's a problem with negotiations. So it's a temporary stop while you fix a problem.
Okay, but when I was at school, I knew somebody who got suspended. Is that the same thing? They were paused? Does that make sense?
Kind of, yes. I mean, if somebody, if there's a problem with a pupil's behaviour at school, then they can be suspended from school. That means the school says, go home, don't come back for a few days. Usually they'll suspend them from school, that's the preposition, for a period of time, and usually due to or for their behaviour in this case. It's often temporary, but it can be made permanent. You can talk about permanent suspension. Another word for that would be something like expulsion or exclusion, which means go away and don't come back.
Right, let's suspend that headline and move on to our next one then, please.
And we're looking at BBC News now. Ethiopian Airlines crash. FAA says Boeing 737 MAX 8 is airworthy.
Airworthy, suitable and safe for flying. So airworthy is an adjective, but really we're looking at the second part of it, aren't we? The suffix worthy.
Worthy, fantastic suffix. And it means suitable and safe and fit for purpose. And we often use it to talk about vehicles. So if you have a car, and your car is in a good condition, the engine works, there's no problems with the wheels, you can use that car safely without putting yourself or anybody else in danger. Your vehicle is roadworthy.
Suitable to be used on the road.
Exactly that,
Gotcha.
yes. So when we come back to the airplane example, if an airplane is suitable and safe to fly, it's airworthy.
So then by that logic, a boat would be seaworthy?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what happens if your car isn't suitable to be used on the road?
then it's unworthy and you shouldn't be driving it.
Okay. So,
Unroadworthy.
so if we make the opposite, we have roadworthy means can be used on the road, and the prefix un to make it unroadworthy.
Or unseaworthy or unairworthy.
But you can also use worthy in another sense, can't you? It can just generally mean something being suitable or deserving. And we can actually use it to build lots of interesting words, can't we?
That's the good thing about suffixes. Once you know one, you can make lots and lots and lots of different words, not in this case just about traffic and vehicles.
Okay, so how do you feel about, are you feeling awake this morning?
Always.
A little bit of a quiz?
Up for anything.
Okay, so you're going to play, and hopefully the viewers at home will also play. I'm going to tell you the meaning of the word, and you're going to tell me what kind of worthy
Okay,
word
it's
is.
me and the team.
That's
Come
it.
on, guys.
Okay, here we go. So, if you meet someone and they deserve your trust, they are...
Trustworthy.
Very good, very good. Nice quick answer, I like that.
1
Okay,
point.
try and make it more difficult for you. What about a story that should be in the news because it's so important?
It's so newsworthy. not very difficult, Dan.
Not difficult. I'm going to
Come
have to crank this up a little bit. Okay, a fact or piece of information that you should learn because it's interesting or useful in some way.
Newsworthy? No,
No,
that's a trick
nice try.
question.
Nice try. Could be worth learning.
Yeah, you won't get me like that. It's noteworthy.
Noteworthy, very good, as in worth remembering or noting down. And finally, of course, useful in this modern day and age. What about a television show that you just can't stop watching because it's so good?
Very, very modern and new word. That means it's binge-worthy.
Binge-worthy, that's it. You can't stop binging. You watch 10 episodes in a row.
Point-worthy.
Yeah.
4 points.
4 points.
4 points.
Hopefully you did as well as Catherine at home as well. Well done if you did. Wonderful. Right, let's move on then to our third headline.
So now we are going to Bloomberg, and they're telling us that Boeing's problems tragically are mounting.
Mounting, gradually increasing. Now, the word mounting is spelled M-O-U-N-T-I-N-G, but it sounds a lot like the word mountain, as in the big rocky thing. Are
Like-
they related?
I think probably not in directly related, but it's a really good way to remember the meaning of mounting.
Okay.
Because mountains are big, and if something's mounting, it's getting bigger, it's getting stronger, it's getting more serious. So here you've got problems are mounting. Other words that go well with the word mounting, you can talk about tension. Tension can mount as a verb form, or you can use it as an adjective to talk about mounting tensions. You can have mounting fear, you can have mounting anxiety. The cost of something can mount, especially if the costs are getting more and more difficult to meet.
Okay, so you might buy a house and think, I'm going to fix this house up really cheaply. And then as you start to fix it, you find there are more problems, and suddenly the cost is costing more and more, and so the cost mounts.
We often use it in construction, especially sort of big projects. The budget, they say it's going to cost 20 million, whatever, and it ends up costing 200 million, whatever.
Yeah.
And you can talk about mounting costs, mounting problems, mounting anger, mounting arguments,
So those
mounting
are all
debts.
quite negative things, aren't they? Do we ever use it in a positive way?
You can do, yes. I mean, it's usually, I think we're looking at extreme kind of emotions here, but you can talk about mounting excitement, something great's going to happen, there's a football championship or big party or something. You can have mounting excitement, mounting anticipation.
Okay, like children just before Christmas, where they're kind of, the children's excitement mounts.
Yes.
Run up. As you get closer to Christmas, they can't wait. So their
Yes,
excitement
in
mounts.
direct proportion with the parents' mounting anxiety.
As they struggle to get
How am I
everything
going
ready.
to cope?
Right, okay, so can we have a recap of today's vocabulary, please?
We can. We had suspend, which means stops or pauses. Airworthy, suitable and safe for flying. Mounting, gradually increasing.
Thank you very much. Now, if you'd like to test yourself on today's vocabulary, there is a quiz that you can take on our website. That's bbclearningenglish.com. And don't forget, we are everywhere on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And we also have an app, so you can take us with you and put us in your pocket. Thank you very much for joining us, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
News Review from BBC Learning English.
Thanks for watching. We really hope you enjoyed that video and found it useful. In fact, we really want you to watch some more of our videos, so make sure you subscribe to BBC Learning English and see more of me, Dan, Rob, Neil, everybody else. Bye.